Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Naftali Ranto. Welcome to this presentation of this morning, Friday, the 7th of September 2018. So today, as we continue with this series of personal development, today we're speaking about developing the art of self-confidence, the art of self-confidence. Learning the art of self-confidence can actually make you healthier, happier, and more successful. You will build better relationships, have more money, energy, and enthusiasm. These are only a few of the benefits that are available when we overcome our fears and grow in self-confidence. There is a way that leads to a positive life filled with purpose, expectation, and happiness. So I'm going to touch now on this point, growing more self-confidence in life, growing more self-confidence in life. Before we can grow more self-confidence, we have to be willing to face our true colors. If we ignore feelings of low esteem, eventually it can sabotage our identity, affect our personality, and leave us empty with no purpose of life. So we need to know who we really are, so that we can be able to change ourselves. Okay, the root cause is usually traced to social conditioned fear from early on. Fear of failure, fear of others, fear of ourselves, and fear of facing the truth. You might think this is psychologically disordered few face, but think again. Studies have now shown that most people simply don't like themselves, not to mention have the self-confidence to overcome many of the fears we all face. Here are some simple tips to grow more self-confidence. So I'm going to give you some tips. It's up to you if you're going to apply them or not. Okay, make yourself more accountable. Becoming accountable for every action we take is not always easy, but when we do something, happens in our lives. When we do it, something happens in our lives. So we become more powerful. Otherwise, we become a victim of circumstances, lose our authority, and blame others for our mistakes. So accountability is what puts us in the driver's seat of our life and establishes much better self-image. So you need to be accountable. Stop pointing fingers at other people, but take responsibility of your own actions. So the second point, the second tip that we have here, embrace the power of change. If you find yourself going in cycles, getting nowhere, it may be time to evaluate your career, relationships, friends, and so on. When our actions are moving us further away from what we truly want, it's time to make some positive changes in our life. If not, eventually our actions will lower our self-confidence, because deep down we know it's time for a new direction. So the power of change is in our own hand, and we can choose to use it at any time. So the power for you to change, it is in your own hands. So those are the two tips: accountability and the power to change, the power to change. So those are the few power tips that I can give to you today. So the next point I'm going to touch on: practice failing forward. Practice failing forward. Okay. The fear of failure is something we all have to face at some point in our lives. Playing it safe usually never brings out the extraordinary potential inside us. Failure is really only practice for those who learn from their mistakes. So our failures sharpen us, make us do things better, faster, and whole lot smarter the next time around. In fact, people willing to fail increase their probability of success. That's right. Any great achievement can only be done through many failures. Overcoming our failures is not an easy task, but when the mind sees only possibilities, nothing can stop it. Okay, so I say again, when mind see only possibility is nothing can stop the mind. So you can do everything. As a result, we can use failure as a stepping stone to move us forward with each lesson we learn in life. Okay, I have a quote here from Paul Sweeney. He says, true success is overcoming the fear of being unsuccessful. So true success is overcoming the fear of being unsuccessful. That is Paul Sweeney. So that is what you need. You need to overcome the fear of being unsuccessful. Then you are going to be successful truly. Okay. The next point I'm going to touch is overcome fear with courage. So what keeps people from rising above mediocrity and making positive changes? It takes courage to look inside and admit that some form of fear has caused us to play it safe. Developing more self-confidence also help you overcome the fear of rejection, because you don't have to prove yourself to anyone. Here is few tips I can give to you as well on this point of overcome fear with courage. So don't fear being wrong. That is the first point. First tip I can give to you. People fear being wrong. People who fear being wrong are usually not decision makers at work or at home. So being right or wrong has nothing to do with your ability to make smart choices, but your confidence level plays a huge role in how you make decisions. When you develop enough self-confidence to face being wrong once in a while is not always a bad thing. So the point number 2, recognize when fear dominates your life. Fear is very subtle and hard to detect. Its victim seldom knows the root cause. They don't realize that it's their fear that has robbed them of joy, happiness of their entire life. So to overcome fear, we must have the courage to recognize the areas of our lives where it has dominated our thoughts, our actions, our decisions, and our thoughts, action, and decisions we need to change in order to overcome this fear. So I have a quote from Peter McIntyre: confidence comes not from always being right, but from not fearing to be wrong. So confidence comes from not being right, but from not fearing to be wrong. So make mistakes and grow from your mistakes. So the next point I'm going to touch, improving your body language. Your confidence is a mindset that people notice immediately. Our thought pattern dominate our every move, including our body language. Whether you know it or not, your body language sends off signals what kind of person you are to those around you. They can easily determine your level of self-confidence by the way you talk, walk, or the way you act. Personally, I feel more comfortable doing business with a self-confident person over someone who's withdrawn, nervous, or unsure of themselves. But even those with these characteristics can improve their body language and completely turn their confidence around. How? By changing the way they think about themselves. Our thought patterns are like a mirror that reflects our self-image. So our body language speaks louder than our words, as we normally say. Anyone who wants to improve their body language outwardly can only do so when that invisible mirror, our thoughts, reflect a confident person inwardly. Self-confidence is a mindset that alters our self-development and personal success in everything we do. Our life is what our thoughts make it. So that is the quote from Marcus Aurelius. So our life is what our thoughts makes it. Okay, the next point, developing self-confidence over arrogance. What does self-confidence and arrogance have in common? Absolutely nothing. Many mistakenly think of self-confidence as self-centered arrogance when actually the opposite is true. Without confidence, you deprive yourself of your potential, which is what your family needs most. People who are arrogant have a need to brag about themselves. People who are arrogant have a need to brag about themselves with insecurity that traps in fear. But confident person knows who they are inwardly and has no need or desire to brag about themselves. Okay, having inner confidence is relaxing, not tense. It feels natural, comfortable, and easy when you are confident about yourself. Arrogance causes pressure with a need for attention and exaltation. Does this sound like self-confidence to you? With inner confidence, you won't need to impress people or pretend to be someone you are not. Okay, so the last point, unleash the power within you. Unleash the power within and embrace a better you. Power is not always money or position. There is power within you that can create the life you have always dreamed. But first, you must harness it and then learn and master it. This is where the impossible becomes possible and imagination ignites a dream. Once you have a vision in mind and a deep desire to make it a reality, nothing will stand in your way, including fear. Once you master these skills, you will be able to create any life you desire and become unstoppable in life. So with that being said, I just want to thank you. Those that are on YouTube, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you are in our WhatsApp group, I've been sharing a lot of information with you up to this far. And the decision is absolutely yours. I told you, I'm busy working with a company called Longreach Bioscience. So if you are not yet in Longreach Bioscience, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for to take a decision? Is this fear, you are going to allow this fear to cripple you? Are you going to stay one more year with this type of life? Yesterday, I just shared the video where the rent in South Africa is over 15 rand. And this has there's no hope of this coming down. So if you depend on this salary that you have today, how will your life be in the next year from now? So do something. While you can afford to come into Longreach, remember, the coming in now is still on special because Longreach is not that old yet in South Africa. It's still on special. The longer you take to come in, you might not even afford to come in on a later stage. So the decision is yours. I cannot force you to join something that you don't want. But remember, next year by this time, you are going to look back and you will say, I took a very good decision in my life to start joining Longreach Bioscience. Network marketing is the business of the 21st century. You don't need a traditional business for you to be successful because we don't have time to run behind employees. We don't have time to run looking for stocks and all this. We just plug in and we start making money. So those that are here, please take action. If you are on YouTube, WhatsApp me on +27 799 88 1171 and I will add you to our WhatsApp group. Only if you are decided, you are determined to change your life, then we will be able to work together with you. So thank you very much. Don't worry about a lot of details. Just jump in and we will teach you when you are inside how to make this business to work for you. So with this being said, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your weekend. We will meet again on Monday. I'm not going to record presentation during the weekend, but we will just be making follow-ups and speaking with you guys to help you where you need any help. So we are here in the WhatsApp group. Send us a message to any admin in the group and we would like to help you. Thank you very much. God bless you.